Did you know that Moses' sister challenged God and faced a terrifying end? In Numbers 12, a shocking moment unfolds. Miriam, the sister of Moses, along with Aaron, began to criticize Moses for marrying a Cushite woman. But beneath their words, there was something deeper, jealousy and pride. They said, "Hasn't God also spoken through us? Why should Moses be the only one lifted up?" But God heard them, and his response was immediate. The Lord descended in a pillar of cloud and called all three to the entrance of the tabernacle. There, he defended Moses with divine authority. "I speak with him face to face, clearly not in riddles. Why were you not afraid to speak against my servant?" Then the cloud lifted, and Miriam's skin was struck with leprosy, white as snow. Her body became a living symbol of divine judgment. Aaron, in despair, pleaded, "O Lord, I beg you, do not hold this sin against us." And Moses, without bitterness, cried out, "O God, please heal her." And God, in his mercy, healed her. But he commanded that Miriam be cast out of the camp for 7 days. Though she was healed, she had to bear the shame of public discipline and the pain of isolation. Her punishment revealed more than judgment. It showed the sacred order of God. He chooses whom to lift up, and he demands reverence for his decisions. Miriam learned the hard way. To speak against God's servant is to speak against God himself. Did you know that Moses was the only human who saw God and lived? It wasn't a dream. It wasn't a vision. It was real. God had said, "No man can see my face and live." But Moses insisted. He didn't want more miracles. He didn't want more signs. He wanted to see God. And God agreed, but with one condition: "You will only see my back." So God hid Moses in the cleft of a rock, passed in front of him, and Moses saw the impossible, the eternal glory of God from behind. Just a glimpse made Moses' face shine with such power that no one could look at him without trembling. From that day on, Moses no longer fully belonged to this world, because whoever has seen God carries something eternal forever. Glory to God. When God came down to earth in the form of cloud and fire, the people of Israel crossed the wilderness after leaving Egypt. There were no roads, no shade, no solid ground beneath their feet, but they were not alone. God descended to guide them. By day, a pillar of cloud rose into the sky, shielding them from the scorching sun, marking each step forward into the unknown. And at night, that same cloud became a pillar of fire, lighting up the camp, chasing away the darkness, reminding them that heaven was still with them. It wasn't just a sign. It was the living presence of God. Day or night, God was there. And as that column stood high above the people, they knew they weren't lost. They were being led by God himself, because that's who he is. He can appear in cloud, in fire, in any form needed to guide his people. The Archangel Michael was sent to save Moses. In Jude 1-9, one of the most shocking events in the Bible is revealed. The Archangel Michael descended like lightning from heaven to confront the devil himself. Why? Because Satan sought to claim the body of Moses. His goal was clear: to use it as an instrument of idolatry, knowing that the people might one day worship Moses instead of God. But Michael, sent by God, didn't argue or attack with violence. He simply declared with divine authority, "The Lord rebuke you." With those words, the dispute ended. The body of Moses remained under God's protection. As stated in Deuteronomy 34, God had already buried him in secret and would not allow his servant to become a tool of deception. This brief but powerful moment reveals an eternal truth. God protects what belongs to him even after death. And when the enemy approaches to corrupt what is sacred, Michael descends without hesitation, speaks with authority, and conquers with power.